Hello, everyone. We thought it might be quite nice to introduce ourselves for the Let's Talk About Medication and Mental Health course, just for you to see some friendly faces when you actually log on to the course at the time. So my name's Ruth, and I'm involved with this course because I've got lived experience of mental health, and I thought it would be helpful to talk about my experience with taking medication. Halima, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Halima, and I'm one of the co-facilitators on this course because I have lived experience of bipolar, and I thought that would be helpful to talk about bipolar and medication. On to you, Caroline.
Oh, hi everyone. My name's Caroline Dada. I'm a pharmacist at Leeds and York Partnership Foundation Trust. Worked there for many years in mental health. And I'm honoured really to sort of be the so-called expert, if you like, in terms of the sciencey bit. So we talk about, side effects, things you may experience from medication. But I think you'll really enjoy the course because the co-facilitators, Ruth, Halima, and there's another one, Julie, who's unfortunately can't make it today, are absolutely brilliant in terms of really engaging you in terms of talking about what they've gone through and how they've experienced medication and what it has done for them, worked well, not so well, etc. So we'd love to see you to come along, and all those unusual questions or questions that you think you should ask but never had the opportunity to ask, we don't mind. We'll try our best to answer them. So really, we just want to empower you. So hopefully we'll see you soon.
So on the course, we will be talking about using medication can be for short-term strategy or a long-term decision, how medication works, what types of medication are available, and the potential side effects that you may all have questions about that you don't feel comfortable to ask. So whether you're taking medication or planning to take medication, thinking about stopping, or simply would like to find out more about how medication works, this course provides further insight into this, understanding more about medication and knowing some of the terminology can help more in making informed decisions. And like Caroline said, empowering you yourself. We'll also look at how other non-mental health medication can affect mental health medicines. For example, I know that St. John's wort, you're not supposed to take that when you're on anti-depressants like fluoxetine, and what to consider if you do want to stop taking medication or change to a different medication. So this live online course will look at how medication works in our bodies, discuss how antidepressants, mood stabilisers and anti-psychotic medication work, explore strategies for managing the side effects of medication, and also to consider what questions to ask and where to go for more advice. And that information will also be included on Google Classrooms so that you don't have to worry about taking notes throughout the course. You can access those places where you can get advice or any further details of the course itself.
So we have an opportunity, as Ruth has already described, to go through lots of different aspects around medication. So that's medication, mental health medication, but also physical health medication. And I think really it's about just being able to have a safe space where you can listen, hopefully learn a bit, but also share your own experiences, but equally just ask those questions, maybe those niggling questions that you've always thought, I'm not sure about this, but I don't really know who to ask, or I don't feel confident enough to ask, or it's too silly, or what have you. Or equally, some, real sort of quite deep questions as well, and we'll do our best to answer them. We might not be able to answer them on the day, but we'll make sure we find the information and get it back to you. So it's really just as broad as it is wide, and also equally, if you're a carer, if you're somebody who works in healthcare, you just want to brush up on your knowledge because, you feel it's important, you recognise it's important to be able to signpost service users that you're working with or clients to the appropriate, give them the appropriate information. Again, you're more than welcome as well. It doesn't have to be someone who's on medication. It doesn't have to be anybody with lived experience. We're open to all, because it's actually an opportunity just to share, learn, come together, connect, and hopefully empower people and just give them more information around medication, full stop. Anything you'd like to add, Ruth?
Yeah, for me, I'll be discussing about my experience of using medication, and I think what's nice about this is it gives people an insight into what it is actually like. It's not a course that says that medication is the route that you need to take. It's just describing about our experiences and what worked for us. Halima, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I agree with what you said, Ruth. I just think that talking about bipolar and the medication I take, and it's not like, you should take medication. It's just like a safe space to kind of decide whether medication is the right route for you or not. And like Caroline will be looking at like side effects and loads of questions about medication.
And I think as well, for me, it made me recognise that when I was told to go on medication, some antidepressants, I just accepted that and I didn't question anything. And it was just a case of, I read what the side effects were on the big list that you get in your medication pack. And it was only the last few years that I've questioned, actually, well, why am I taking this and what side effects does it have, how it will affect me long term? And they're all things that, are useful to know about and to help you to decide which medication that you may go on. Some may cause side effects that don't work for you or you're not happy about, and that gives you the informed decisions then as to whether you take them or not, and maybe choose something else. But that's something that you can discuss with your GP or consultant.
And yeah, just to add on what Ruth's saying, really, it really is about, empowering you to make those informed decisions. Often when we start medication or we have discussions about medication, particularly around mental health, sometimes you could be particularly vulnerable at that time or unwell, and you might not have the right headspace at the time to sort of feel that you can make those decisions. So this is really, even if you've been on medication for a week, 2 weeks or 20 years, it's an opportunity to really come, listen, and, you might be able to take something away where you might think, well, actually, I've been on that medication for 20 years and nobody's ever really talked about it to me. And do I still need it? Is it still appropriate for me? Have I actually identified what those side effects are? And are those side effects meaning I have to take different medication to treat those side effects? So, we're all in different spaces in terms of where we are when it comes to medication, and sometimes you start it and yet you can really be involved in that decision, and other times you're not quite ready to be involved, you're just kind of almost being done to. So I'm hoping and I'm hopeful that from this course with the brilliant facilitators that are involved, that they will demonstrate the importance of having that empowerment, self-understanding about medicine, so you can challenge sometimes, agree with sometimes, but ultimately make the right decision for you about your own medication and your health.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.